Welcome everybody to Futile Moments in Guitar Repair. Hey everybody, I'm Brant, and it has been a whirlwind day here in the shop. I've been trying to get this some of these spots on the finish done for quite a while, and am not having much luck. This is my buddy Tommy's SG. I'm trying to make it a little bit nicer for him. We've got some spots here and there on the guitar, which are not as noticeable as maybe they were last time, because I have colored some of them in. You can see there, 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 if I can get the light. A few other little spots down along here, on the back here. There are quite a few. And what I have been trying to do, and I've been trying this multiple ways. From my understanding, trying to fill out some chips and whatnot, what you want to do is add some color, try and get a match on color finish, which I have not been having good luck with that either. And then you want to fill whatever indentation there is with something like CA glue, maybe some UV resin. Kind of get it up over the surface of the guitar. And then shave it down with like a razor blade, so that you have an even surface across the guitar. Then to smooth out the surface, we want to do a little wet sanding. And then polish. And then polish. And I have been finding parts of that are working. My biggest problem is filling in the gap with CA glue or UV resin. Now I have done CA glue before, and when I do the CA glue, I don't know if you can notice on here, I'm getting some white artifacts around where the chip is, and you can really see this close up that the colors don't match great. I've been using my wife's nail polish. I did go out and buy some acrylic paint that I thought would be a good color match, and when I put that in, it came out really orange. Not dark red, like the color on the bottle indicated. But so I went back to my wife's nail polish, which is this color, which I thought was a pretty good match, but in certain lights it looks brown or has a brownish, really dark hue to it. So anyway, so I've tried CA glue, have not been really successful with that, getting it to look right. I've tried UV resin. In the process of shaving down the UV resin to be at a level surface with the guitar, the resin actually pulled out of the indentation completely. I basically had to start over. So no luck there. This is my, I don't know, third or fourth time trying CA glue, and I am about my wit's end. So I haven't done all the spots yet. I'm focusing on this one right here. I've colored all the spots, but I'm gonna see if I can, I have put CA glue on it already. I'm not sure if I need to put a little more, but I'm going to try scraping it level and then maybe wet sanding and polishing and see where I'm at. So let's see what I can do. It certainly feels better, feels smoother. I can still feel the tiniest bit of depression. I didn't have to scrape off very much with that one. I just mostly had to wet sand and then polish. It doesn't look fantastic. There's still something on the guitar. You can still see it. I mean, it looks pretty dark actually in the camera. It doesn't look, well, I wish I was getting a better color match on that. I think I am going to put a thin layer of CA glue on some of these other ones. Very thin layer. Just to protect them. But I'm not going to try and so much get them perfect. I mean, I'll get them as close as I can. I'm just not having any luck with that. So, let me fast forward this bit. And I want to get this back together, put the strings back on, and see how this bridge and the tuners are working out. So, let me finish this up and then we'll get to that. All right, I think I'm done with the the correcting the finish on this guitar. I think I've pressed my luck as far as I can. I think it's an improvement. I think there's still some noticeable spots, but I don't think they're as noticeable as what they were prior. I'm gonna have to work on that skill because it's far from perfect. But I will say this one on the front feels smooth. I've done the best that I can, so that's just something I'm gonna have to keep on working on. But I really want to get the strings on this guitar, so let me go ahead and I'm going to give it another quick polish real quick, and then make sure everything's set up on it properly and we are good to go. I just want to test real quick. I've been wondering about the pickups. Neck pickup is reading 11 point something, and then we've got the middle 6.5 and the bridge 13.5, 6.5 in the middle, and 11.2 or 3 in the neck. Not bad. Not bad, but I was just curious because those pickups, I actually get a lot of comments about those pickups, just how dark they sounded. So, which I agree. I was having a hard time getting clean tones. So not as successful as I would like, but I think it's a slight improvement, but not a professional improvement at this point. Is it going to be visible from the 22nd row? Probably not. I don't think it would have been visible from the 22nd row prior, so it's fine. Anyway, let me do all the checks and stuff. I'm not going to fast forward or any of that. I will come back once the guitar is back together, and I will let you know if there are any issues along the way. See you in a bit. So how'd I do? Well, not perfect. Not perfect. I did get a better color match. Thanks BBM for the suggestion. I got a whole bunch of different nail polish in the shades of red. So I was able to get a better color match. I went back over this maybe 3 or 4 times since I last filmed on the workbench. But once I got a better color match, I was not able to achieve that smoothness. It certainly, and from a distance, it's not as bad. Maybe you can see it in the camera there. I can't really see it in the viewfinder. But up close and in person, I think it's a little bit more noticeable that that's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. It's a little off color in areas and a little bumpy to the touch. Not rough or anything, just bumpy. But I think it's an improvement as far as looks go, especially from a little bit further away. I had a pretty big chip on the bottom here. Not very noticeable, again, from a distance, but up close. Certainly not the best of repairs. I think that's just a skill that I'm going to have to improve on and work at and get better. Goals. Everybody's got to have goals. All right, so that's one of my goals. What did I get right on this guitar? Well, these Safu tuners are, compared to the old ones, amazing. And for like $15, definitely worth the investment. If you've got Epiphone that your tuners are crapping out on you all the time, I would highly recommend these Safu. They just fit right in, perfect match, and they're doing a really good job. I'm hardly ever having to tune this guitar, and I've been playing it quite a bit. And this Geiger rolling saddles bridge here, really, really good. Of course, because it's got the rolling saddles, it's not binding up or anything, and it's way more adjustable than it was before. My only concern is some of the strings are still hitting a bit sharp, and I am not able to move these saddles back any further to intonate the guitar perfectly. So it is a little sharp in some strings in the upper registry here, but it's minimal, and I don't really think it's noticeable. At least I haven't really noticed when I've been playing. So I'm really happy about that. And I've been having a lot of fun with this guitar. I want to thank Tommy, for the owner of this, for being so generous and letting me hang on to this. I've had this a better part of, I think we're going on a couple months now. And I've just been getting to it when I can get to it, and he's been really patient. And not that he's been clamoring for it or anything, but I want to thank him for his generosity and letting me work on this for so long. And speaking of which, let me let you hear what it sounds like. I've got it in a clean channel, no effects. And I am in the neck position. Let's do middle. Bridge. Let's throw some effects on, because that's fun. That was horrible. So that is the Epiphone SG Special, or is it Special SG? Either way, fun guitar to work on. I'm glad I got to make some improvements to it. I just need to get a little bit better, or a lot better, at finishing, doing touch-ups and stuff. But again, I'm really appreciative to Tommy for letting me have all this time with his guitar. to try and improve it. And I think it did. I think it improved. It's not perfect, but it improved, and I can live with that. Anyway, thank you again for watching, and as always, wherever you are in the world, I hope you're having a fantastic day. Cheers.